And we welcome in our guests on the program today from Build Up Berkeley via telephone. Jennifer Smith joins us. Jennifer, good morning. Thank you once again for being with us.
Good morning, Rob. Thank you for having me.
If you could give us a quick synopsis of Build Up Berkeley. We'll be doing a couple more of these before the actual big pitch event, but go right ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So Build Up Berkeley, it is a business pitch competition. So each of the finalists, they have submitted a business pitch to a panel of judges. So this is an opportunity for them to get into a series of educational series where they are learning all about marketing, they're learning about legal, all the different things to help them, guide them along the way. They are also paired with mentors as well during this competition. We have also partnered with Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. They are also putting together a business plan as a part of the competition. So this business plan will then be graded. Their class participation is graded, and then at the end, we are having a final pitch. Will be on November 7th at the Apollo downtown at 5:30. It is open to the public, so we welcome everyone to come support these entrepreneurs here in Berkeley County. And all of those final scores are then combined for the grand prize winner. The prizes are $10,000 for first place, $5,000 for second, $2,500 for third, and then there is a People's Pick that will be posted soon where the public will get to choose who is their favorite business, and they will then win $1,000 for People's Pick. And we are very excited about the program. Obviously, the money is a huge benefit as well. However, even if they don't win, they're getting a lot of education that will help their businesses grow. And connections, throughout this program that we're very excited about. We could not do this without our sponsors. So our platinum sponsor is CNB Bank. Silver sponsors is CMC Steel, West Virginia, Wright, and Panhandle Dumpsters. Bronze sponsors are Black Diamond Realty, United Bank, and Triplo Realty.
Very nice. And we have met a couple of those participants in Build Up Berkeley. Excuse me, time to meet a couple more. One who we know very well, Damon Wright, who is also Damon Wright of the Berkeley County Board of Education. And this morning he is Damon Wright as in Apple Annie's Bakery Deliverer, who has brought in the goods. You missed on these, Jennifer. I'm sorry. But we have a variety of delicious cookies. If I don't mangle the box too much. I've got, looks like macadamia nut, chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, the sugar cookie, lemon, triple chocolate. Cranberry and white chocolate.
Very nice.
I'm going to have to take one for the road without a doubt.
There might be a chunk missing out of one of the chocolate
one of them is a half a cookie. I did see that, yeah. So anyway, thank you, Damon.
You're welcome.
And Miriam Rodriguez is here as well. Miriam, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's talk about the businesses that you folks are doing. Miriam, we had an opportunity before we went on the air to learn about yours, which is very unique.
For sure.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What's it called?
So it's Pop Pop Soda Shop, and we do dirty sodas, lemonades. What that is, it's basically a soda leveled up with syrups, purees, creamers, and lemonades. And we do energy drinks as well. So they come to the window, and they can choose from options that I've provided, or they can build their own.
And this is out of a trailer.
Yes.
And you go to people to set up.
I go to the party.
You go to the party,
I go to the party, and I set up a lot at schools. I do a lot of the public events, community events, and then we set up at Gabe's once a week.
And you have been so successful doing this that you've left your full-time job?
Yes. I was able to do that. And now this is my full-time job, and the community has really, really come through for us.
And you've been doing this since March?
Correct.
Now, this started in March because of what?
Because of my son. So I wanted to be a cool mom, and he was turning 13. I wanted to do something special for him. And I had previously been watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and they talked about Swig, which is in Utah. It's a dirty soda franchise. And I was like, well, that's fun. And I figured that I would do something like that for him. And I did, and it was a success. The parents loved it, the kids loved it, and they said, well, why don't you do this for a business? And I'm like, I don't know about this. But then the next day I slept on it, and I created a logo. I came up with a name, Pop, because back in the 50s, they called soda pop. And I remember things normally because of a jingle, so I'm like, Pop, soda shop. And so everything in the names of the drinks and our look is all vintage. It's 50s. It's red, white, and black. And it just kind of grew from there. We grew from a table cooler. Our first event was at Purple Iris on March 1st. And now we're in a trailer. And the sky's the limit.
What's the most popular flavor so far?
So that would be our vintage vanilla fizz, and that is Dr. Pepper, vanilla, and creamer.
Wow. This is exciting. I mean, I just love I've been an entrepreneur all my life, basically 30-something years. And to hear your story starting in March and growing, but it's the way you smile. It's your excitement. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was telling him earlier, I'm on this delusional train and I don't want to get off. And I just feel like the sky's the limit. And as long as I keep working at it and I keep innovating and I keep focusing on the community will give it back to us.
Well, Mr.
Amazing.
Gilstrap decided he would write a book one day, and he became a New York Times best-selling author, so dreams can come true.
Yes, they can. I'm curious, has a customer come up to you and had special ordered something that you've then put on the menu where it said, ooh, that's a really good idea?
Yes. So there's a Rockin' Rita, and it tastes like a pina colada. But it's a Sprite, vanilla, coconut, and then creamer.
Wow.
And these are syrups?
The syrups, and then the creamer is like your coffee creamer.
I get the feeling you're like Walter White in the lab there, brewing up the latest, newest mix and concoction.
So what are the price points on these?
Oh, very affordable. People tell me I should raise my prices, but I'm not doing that. So we have a 16-ounce, that's $3. 24-ounce, that's $5. We have a bucket, and that's $8. But if
a bucket,
34 ounces. And they can bring it back clean, and they get a refill for $5.
Wow.
How much is if they bring it back dirty?
We don't refill.
It's already dirty because it's a dirty soda, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And then we've come out with tumblers, and people went crazy. We sold out the first 45 minutes.
Are you doing merch?
Clothes. We've sold out of shirts. We're working on another launch. So we find a reason to get the customers to come back for sure.
And when you set up, you say that you have lines.
I have lines. We're working through that, but it's kind of hard to have multiple people in this trailer. It's a 6x12, so 3 people
like
is
a
already
food truck trailer.
Yeah, so it's 3 people is a party already. So we do have a lot of lines.
Jennifer, let's talk about the guidance that you have given Miriam to this point and what her possibilities are for this business.
Yeah, so I know that her potential, she eventually wants to purchase another truck with the winnings. So we, obviously, the program is designed to help her succeed in that. And, making sure that she is properly set up for her business and making sure she knows her market as well. That's very important, and know who your competitors are. And making sure that we're doing the right marketing as well. So that's very important.
To Damon Wright. Now, Damon, let's talk about your clothing wear here.
Sure. So Miriam, she feeds your thirst, and I just want to try to help people feed the souls through my clothing and hats and phone cases and everything else that I make.
And cookies that you deliver.
Yes, cookies that I deliver. Yeah. But also, my company is called Righteous Wear. It's the word righteous with a W in the front, sort of play on my last name as well. So I started it about 5 years ago, still doing it on the side. I have a full-time job, as you know, I'm on the school board as well, and a couple boards. So I stay pretty busy.
I'd say yes.
Yeah, so I want to get in this competition because I wanted to learn more, to get better at my business, better at the financials, the design, the marketing, just everything. So win or lose, I've already won just by being included. This is just a wonderful opportunity. But my business has been doing better and better every year. Been selling more. I just came out with a new hat. It's called Make Disciples, and that's been selling very well because that's supposed to be our main goal, is to make disciples. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that, so it's just a reminder hat for the person wearing it and the person that sees it.
So you've been in business 5 years, but
Yes.
now you're going through Build Up Berkeley. What have you learned from that you didn't know before?
Oh, it's well, the taxes for one, better at keeping track of better records also, but just the insurance aspects. There's some things that I didn't even think about when starting, and I learn something every day, and we have classes every week, so that's really helped. But just really learning more about staying on track. I'm the type that I can sort of get a little bit ADHD in a way, so just trying to stay on track, keep my focus on what's most important.
Yeah. So Jennifer, this is Damon's the second person that we've talked to that has been in business for a couple of years and then decided to get involved with Build Up Berkeley and learn a bit more about the business aspect. What's your approach with someone who's been in business for themselves for a while when you give guidance in these situations?
I think obviously we have had a variety of different businesses because this is our third year. We've had businesses that have been in business for more than 10 years. And we feel like they always learn something from these classes. But like Damon said, as they're going through each class, like, pay attention. There is always something changing, with the laws and things like that, and making sure that your business is set up appropriately, that you are aware of the insurance that you need, the taxes, there's just so many different things that you can get from the educational series. And also, I don't want to not mention the mentors. So the mentors, they're also individuals who have been in business that are entrepreneurs themselves. So Diego Lasada, he has opened and restored many properties downtown Martinsburg. He's one of our mentors. Hal Van Meter is a mentor. So he has multiple businesses. So they take their experience. Leslie Lopez is also a mentor as well, and Carol Goolsby with the Small Business Development Center. And also we have a mentor that was in our Build Up Berkeley, John with Mama Collectibles. So he's been through the program and also opened his own business. So they have direct experience opening their own businesses and with the entrepreneur world. So they are all sharing their experiences with should be with their mentors and helping them through the process. So we feel like we are connecting them to individuals who are going to help them succeed. Even everyone teaching the classes, they are experts in their field. So we feel like connecting them to those experts and those mentors are going to just help them take their business to the next level.
It occurs to me this is a very interesting challenge, both from the Build Up Berkeley, the program side, as well as from the entrepreneur side. Because, Damon, if you have a wild success and somebody says, yes, this is great, I want to order 50,000 shirts, that kind of success is terrifying, right? As opposed to having a line out the door and people are willing to wait for an hour and a half to get their soda. So success means different things, and that's a whole different form of mentorship, right? Because for Damon, you've got to worry about supply chains and just all the stuff that goes into not just retail but manufacturing.
Right.
Scaling up, right?
Yeah. For me, I have backups to my backups just in case. In terms of supply chains and price increases, for example, for me, I haven't raised my prices in 5 years. I've kept them the same because I didn't get in it to get rich. So my profit margin is a little tighter, and I can't offer the Walmart prices because I don't buy in bulk, but I make up for that in quality. So everything I check before it goes out to make sure that what the person gets is what they're supposed to get. If there's a mistake, it goes in the trash. So,
are you making the product yourself, Damon, or are you getting it contracted?
I was having it contracted, but their prices were way too high, so I started making it myself.
And how do you do it? What is your process?
Right now, it's a heat press where I'm making it. But now the hats, I have them made with local company in Hagerstown, but I'm trying to, if I win the competition, I'll get an embroidery machine and make it myself.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, doing the making the product in house definitely cuts down on the costs and helps with your profit margin. I mean, the whole key is from what I've heard from both of you is just passion. You have a reason. You have a passion for what you do, and you have to do that. I mean, I've been in business 35 years. You have to. You wake up in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and you go, wow, and you're thinking about your business. You guys are smiling there, yeah. Because you do.
Well, Damon never goes to bed.
No.
I mean, well, you don't, yeah, of course. But it's, I mean, entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur is what made America great and what keeps making America great. And people ask me what the most important thing is. And I always tell them it's freedom. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for not having to show up on somebody else's time clock. We end up working a hell of a lot more than people who have jobs. But it's working on our own thing, our own growth. Can you all talk a little bit about your vision on that?
So yeah, I can relate to what you're saying, waking up at 3 a.m. and coming up with these ideas. I'm like, I have to try this recipe. I just thought about it. Or mentioning to my husband, I'm like, I have an idea. And he's like, okay, well, what is it? But you have to have passion to be successful. You have to love this because there's days that are not so easy.
Right.
So it's what's going to get you up and what's going to get you motivated on the days that you have no motivation. And that's the passion for what you're doing. And for me, I think it's more than just soda. It's the long-term goal of opening a actual place for teenagers to go and hang out, something that we don't have around here, an outlet, a third place where they feel safe.
And that's your ultimate goal?
That is my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
I do want to use the winnings to buy another trailer because we have multiple places that they want us on the same day, and it's very hard to say no.
How do you buy the basic ingredients of your product?
So I get them through manufacturers. I get our cups made through a manufacturer. It has our logo already. And then our syrups, we get them as well in bulk.
And you had a lot of retail experience before you decided to do this on your own.
Yes, I had 16 years of retail experience in management.
Has that helped you with what you're doing now?
100%. Sometimes people are stuck in a job that they don't love, but you have to learn as much and absorb as much information because you don't know what the future holds and how much that's going to be of value for you.
And Damon, you have a regular full-time job whenever the federal government is actually having full-time employees again.
Yeah, I'll still go in every day, though.
Yes, that's part of the deal.
Yeah.
But why branch off on your own?
I wanted to do it for many years, but I wasn't living how I was supposed to live, so God was like, no, you're not. And then finally I was like, I was doing better, and he said, sure, and I went ahead and did it, and I really love what I do. Like you said, the late nights, you're waking up at 2 a.m, like, wait, this would be a great idea for a shirt or a sticker or whatever, and it's just, and wife's like, what are you doing? And I'm sitting there typing on my phone, waking her up with the light from the phone, but it's just, when you really love what you're doing, it's so exciting when you get an idea, especially like when you're listening to a message or a song, or even sometimes talking to you guys or hearing you on the radio. It's like, wait, that would be great. It's just something somebody says just sparks something.
So is it Jennifer?
Jennifer, via telephone.
So, Jennifer, is the passion an element of the competition?
We want everyone to have the passion, obviously, but I will say, no, that is not something that is scored. But I will say their passion will show in their presentation for sure as they're up there on stage. And, obviously the judges can ask them whatever questions they want, and their passion will show through in their answers.
What elements are actually scored?
It is a lot based on their business plan. So their business plan is Blue Ridge Community and Technical College is helping them, and they have criteria for that.
Okay.
And so that is a large portion. So they do have to discuss, what would they do with the winnings. That is a huge part of it. The business has to be located in Berkeley County. They have to be headquartered in Berkeley County. They also have to show why is it needed in Berkeley County? We want to make sure, obviously the Berkeley County Development Authority, our mission is to increase the tax base. So we want to make sure that we are aligning this program with the mission of the Development Authority as well. So we want to see these businesses grow and prosper. For example, the businesses who won last year, Food by Fire, they did open a physical location and they were expanding. Oakwood Barbecue, the winners for the first year, they are now going to be the restaurant in the Monument or the Interwoven Mills building. So we want them to succeed.
Jen,
there's a lot of...
Time for me to swoop in and tell you the segment is dangerously close to being over. So I appreciate your participation, and we'll be doing again a couple more of these before we get to the Build Up Berkeley event. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you very much.
And Damon and Miriam, thank you both for coming in. Great stories. And I'm sure your gift here, Damon, will be appreciated by many throughout the course of the day today. You guys have a great day. We are